Sorry about the washer in the background. People apparently want to do laundry when I'm filming. Also, I was gonna leave my car windows down, but apparently Mother Nature did not think that was a good idea. So now, I'm soaked. Alright guys, so for today I'm gonna do the Shadow Showdown. So I have 3 different palettes, and I don't think I'm gonna do 3 different looks because they don't have the exact same colors, but they're all colorful nonetheless. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about each one in depth, and then I think I'm just gonna do a look on each eye with them and see which one is ultimately better. What's gonna make them the best is gonna be quality, obviously, the pigment, the blendability, just overall what makes the eyeshadow good. The creaminess, the formula, the press, how they're pressed, everything. Let's just jump on into what each palette is and let's talk about them. So first things first, I always have to get every single one of these palettes by this brand. If you guys know me and have been here for a while, you know exactly which brand that is, and they're just, the quality of this brand is just so hard to beat, and it's just plain out amazing. They're just beautiful. So for starters, we have the Afrique palette by JUVIA'S. You guys, this palette, as soon as I seen it and was about to launch, like, I got so excited. So let's get a good look at this here, baby. So this is what the outside of the palette looks like. As always, it has the woman on the front, the name, and the brand name. It's always the name of the palette by JUVIA'S, and it has the woman on it with the 2 shadowed / blurred images of her. And on the inside, this is what this beauty looks like. So as you can see, it has the neutral colors with the pops of color, which it has 12 colors altogether, 7 of them being mattes and 5 of them being shimmers. I love my Zulu palette by JUVIA'S, but this has like all the colors that it don't, and it's just, how do you not love this palette? It has its pops of colors and its neutrals in here as well, which is always a great go-to palette. JUVIA'S formula is always super hard to beat. It is my favorite. If you guys like color, JUVIA'S is definitely the brand for you, but if you also like neutrals, they have multiple palettes that'll suit you as well. They have anything and everything you could ask for. You just have to find the right palette for you. Okay guys, so the last palette I have is technically not even a palette, it is a pigment set, and you can buy just a single color or multiple or all of them as a bundle on Colored Raine's website. And I did not get the palette, I misread and I thought I was getting everything, but in actuality I just got the pigments. If you buy the whole palette or everything individually, it retails for $111, including the magnetic Z palette that it comes with. But if you buy the bundle, which does not come with the Z palette, that is $55. So I did just use my own Z palette, and I actually am going to buy a separate one for this eventually. I just wanted something quick in here and now, so I popped them into this Ochre Z palette I got in a BoxyCharm a few months ago, and it is kind of working out. Just this one little straggler down here, kind of messing up the whole vibe. Alright guys, so this is the set, and I don't know if the camera is picking up the colors as bright as they truly are, but my god, these colors are intense. They are beautiful, and I am super excited to try them. So like I said, this retails for $55 if you just buy the pigments itself. But even if you buy the pigments and then the pigment bundle and then buy the Z palette, $62 I think, because the palette's $11.99 and the bundle of pigments is, why did I say that like that, is $55. Alright guys, so as usual I used my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Light 1 Chantilly to prime my eyes, and I'm just taking my Juno sponge and I'm going to press that in just to make sure there is no lines and no creasing. And I'm going to start with the color Raine pigments, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with the yellow shade Lemon Drop right here. And I'm going to start by putting that yellow lemon drop in my crease. So first things first, the first thing I notice is this is kind of powdery, but the pigment is very, very intense. I have dipped in multiple times just to get where I am right now. So as you can see, this did build up quite nicely and it blended out really nicely as well. So next I will be going in with this green shade called Level Up and this Morphe E17 blending brush. This is just one pass. I have not dipped it back in. This is just what it looks like with one dip. That is 3 dips into the eyeshadow, and that is as bright as I would like it to be. So I'm going to go back in with the R38 brush. I'm going to blend in that green into the yellow. So this is what it is looking like now. I was having a little bit of trouble blending those two colors pretty seamlessly, and I still don't think I'm like 100% happy with it, but it doesn't look bad by no means. I just don't want the green and the yellow to muddy together. I want to be able to tell that it's 2 different colors. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is take this color right here, which is called Neo Blue, and I'm going to take my Morphe M506 small blending brush. And I'm going to put that all over the eyelid, blending it into the crease a little bit into the green. I am having a small bit of trouble getting this one to pack a punch like the other two did. I have dipped in about 4 or 5 times now just to get where I am, and I'm still not quite happy with it, so I'm going to work on this for a moment. So this is what I have come up with so far, and let me just tell you, I did have to do a lot of work to get this to look the way it does, and there is quite a bit of fallout over here, but that's not a huge issue to me. But that blue shade just seemed really hard to work with. Maybe it's just a couple shades or just that shade. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I mean, like, I'm not kidding you when I say I had to do a lot of blending and a lot of finessing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my NARS Matte Soft Matte Complete Concealer one more time, and this little tiny e.l.f. concealer brush, and I'm going to just draw where my eyeliner would be with the concealer. Since I do not have like a true orange shade in this pigment set, I'm going to take this color, which is called Splash, which is more like a neon orange, and this BH Cosmetics 105 brush, and I'm just going to pat that right over where we laid that concealer. So I can't say that I'm super in love with this because it does look a little muddy. I'm not the biggest fan of the way this turned out, but I can't say I'm like super mad about the way it turned out. Obviously we will finish once I do my base and the rest of my face, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other side with the JUVIA'S Afrique palette. I'm going to go ahead and start off by priming my eye with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. So these colors are not exactly the same, but they are as close as I could possibly get, so I'm going to use them in the same color family, and we'll just go from there. That is why I chose the colors I did from this eye, kind of represent also the colors in this palette. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in, and I'm going to use this Morphe tapered blending brush. It does not have a name, and I'm going to take this color right here, which I will leave the names at the bottom of the screen just because I'm not going to attempt to make myself look like an idiot trying to say these names. there's way less fallout, but there's usually not a ton of fallout with JUVIA'S Place shadows, so we're going to first start by placing that into the crease and then blending it out. This does not show up as neon as I thought it would. It's not as like bam yellow in your face as the colored Raine shadow, but it is a lot different of a yellow than what I thought it would be. My green shade, I'm going to take this shade right here, and I am going to use this Morphe brush that came out of the 702 set. And I'm going to first begin to place that in the crease. Wow. And moving right along, I'm going to go into this cobalt blue shade from the Afrique palette, and I'm going to use my Morphe M507 brush, which is almost exactly like the one I used for the blue on the other eye. And I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid. Oh wow. Oh wow. I do notice that where I did not, there was still a little bit of concealer peeking through on my eyelid. I do notice that that has a way more intense blue than where the green had kind of taken over my eyelid. So with these shadows, and maybe that could be the case with the colored Raine ones as well, they work better with just a base underneath, which y'all know I love my cut creases, so these will be fine for me. And there is some fallout, but I kind of expected it with that deeper shadow. So y'all know what's coming next. We're going to take that concealer and that e.l.f. brush and make our wing. I'm going to grab this BH Cosmetics 105 brush one more time, and I did use my color switch to clean it up, and I'm going to go into this orange, which you can see is more of a true orange shade and less neon like the one in the color Raine pigment palette, but nonetheless it's orange, and I'm going to tap that right over the concealer. So as you all can see, there is some fallout from the orange and from the blue underneath my eye, but I feel like this eye turned out better personally. I feel like I have to play with the color Raine palette a little bit more to know if I truly think it is held to standard of the JUVIA'S Place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face real quick, and I will come back with my final thoughts on both palettes. Okay guys, so my full face is finished, everything but the underneath my eyes, and I do just want to say that I did take these two shades out of the Afrique palette and put those on my inner corner just because there is no shimmers in the other palette. There's a fuzzy floating. So I just want you guys to know that before we move on, and we're going to finish off the eyes, and then I will give my final thoughts and we will go from there. Okay, since the orange and the green seem to be the most predominant colors in this look, I want to kind of make the yellow and the blue stand out just a hair more. So I'm going to start with Lemon Drop, and I'm going to take that on this Morphe M506 brush. And I am going to just try to get it on the tip of the brush and sweep that underneath my eye. And then dipping into the Afrique palette, I'm going to take that yellow shade on a M506 brush, or M507, my bad, and I'm going to sweep that underneath this side. Okay, and then taking this BH Cosmetics 105 brush, I'm going to go back into this cobalt blue shade out of the Afrique palette, and I'm going to put that right up against my lash line. And then from the color Raine palette, I did clean this brush with my color switch. As you can see, there's no pigment coming off. So I'm going to go in with the color Neo Blue again, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. That definitely looks more green over here. Okay, so let's start off with this side. This is obviously the colored Raine side. This is the Vivid Pigment. I will say that as far as blendability, they blended it really nicely, but the only shade that I can say that I truly did not care for was that Neo Blue shade. So I'm looking at myself down here in the mirror, and I think they're both pretty good. Like, both eyes look pretty close, obviously for not having exact colors. So for not being exact same colors, I think they look pretty close, and they don't look like really a whole lot of a different palette. Like, the yellows are clearly different and the oranges, but the oranges aren't even like super different. But I mean, if you get real close, you can look. So I will bring you guys up close so you guys can look at the eyes side by side up close. Just don't mind this eyelash, please. It's falling off and pissing me off. Thank you. But I will say, I do enjoy the Juvia's Place side just a hair bit more. I will have to play with the colors a little bit more with the colored Raine side. I've never tried color Raine shadows, but I mean, I am pretty excited just to have some more variety of bright pigmented shadows, because I do have my Morphe 35B and I do have my Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, but I'm always definitely down to try other brands. And I mean, you can't really beat it. Juvia's Place, you pay $20, $18 to $25 a palette, and their quality is seriously, in my eyes, unbeatable. But the colored Raine, for $55, you get some really nice pigmented shadows. Like I said, I did enjoy both palettes, and I am going to definitely continue to play with both palettes. I do really enjoy the Juvia's Place. In my eyes, for a Shadow the Showdown winner, to me it is definitely Juvia's Place, because the blendability is there, the quality, the pigmentation, and just it's overall affordable. I mean, I know that you don't get as many bright colors in the Juvia's Place one as you do this, but also you can buy 3 Juvia's Place palettes for pretty much the price of this one. So I mean, in the end, you're kind of making out a little bit better with the Juvia's Place. But like I said, I will play with these more, and you guys will definitely see looks to come in the future with this palette. So let me know down in the comments below. Oh no, we have a shadow down, guys. So let me know down in the comments below which palette you guys would rather have, what eyeshadows you guys would like to see me do a Shadow the Showdown looks with. So if you guys like this, it may turn into a series, Shadow Showdown series, maybe. That's hard to say, like, over and over. Shadow Showdown, Shadow Showdown, Shadow Showdown, Shadow Showdown. Let me stop. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!